Hello, my name is Robert Thorne and I'm the founding director of Developing Real Learners. Developing Real Learners is a non-profit organization which is set on transforming school communities into learning communities which can help young people develop into the best holistic learners they can be. That is, learners for life, not just for school. So today I have a message for you, and it's this. Guess what? It's about the coronavirus. Disasters in history, of course, have very many negative things about them. Terrible consequences, people dying, people losing their lives, people losing their jobs, people suffering. And we must remember that. However, for the rest of us, people who are not overwhelmed by the terrible things that are happening, we have to have some sort of positive outlook. We need to get from this as much positivity as we can. So I'd just like to spend a moment now thinking about those people who discovered the coronavirus. And I want to ask you a question. What attributes, that is, habits, skills, characteristics, dispositions, did those people have who discovered the coronavirus? What do they need to have to do that? Did they need to be inquiring? Did they need to be curious? Did they need to be able to notice things? Did they need to have an awareness? Did they need to be knowledgeable? Did they need to be organized and systematic? And in the end, when they're telling their bosses, who perhaps weren't very excited to hear this news, did they have to be courageous and wise risk takers? Yeah, they did. Now, do we teach those things at school? And if not, why not? Now let's think about the essential workers, all those people who are going to work to make society run while many of us are still at home. Those people who are in hospitals, in shops, in transportation, those people who are taking the rubbish, all those people. What sort of attributes do they need? For sure, they need to be brave. They need to be also heart-minded, which is what we call caring, determined, but to have empathy also. You can't do that job unless you have empathy for other people. They need to be organized. They need to be able to reorganize. They need to be able to unlearn and relearn as they're developing new systems in order to keep themselves and their people safe. So they need a lot of dispositions, of skills. Do we teach those things in school? And if not, why not? So let's think now about all those people who've lost their business, all those people who've become unemployed. What sort of dispositions do they need? What sort of attributes do they need in life? They need to be resourceful. They need to be able to pick themselves up and say, I can do it. I can get back on my feet. I can survive this. They need to be relaxed, distant, reflective, to be able to deal with the stress in their families. They need to have all the qualities of a good leader. They need to be innovative to create new ideas. Do we teach those things in school? And if not, why not? And I think about the students, the teachers, the parents. What sort of dispositions have you had to rely on? What sort of attributes have you had to rely on to be good at, to survive this? You've had to be innovative. You've had to be adaptive. You've had to be patient. You've had to be calm. You've had to be organized. For some, you've had to be brave. The teachers and the students who are going into school perhaps next week for some. So of all these dispositions that you've needed, creativity, resourcefulness, the reflectiveness, the ability to collaborate using new tools, the ability to be independent as a learner. Do we teach those things in schools? And if not, why not? So, some schools are going to be opening soon in some countries. People are going to be going back. For some, it will be in August, September. But for some, it's just next week. Now, here's the message. If you are a school leader, please support your people, support your community, your learning community, to be able to start to develop these attributes, mainly in the kids, mainly in the learners, but also in your team, in your teachers. Help people to think about how, as we go through our school day, can we come up, identify, find, create opportunities for people to develop these attributes that are obviously so needed in life. If you are a teacher, do the same. Look at your class. Look at the way you teach. Is there some way you can teach the same things that you have to teach, but in a different way, so that the kids are developing the attributes that they need for life? It is possible. I know this because that's what my organization is all about. Don't go back and just teach your subject. Go back and teach kids. And if you are a young person watching this and you're going back to school, when you go back, don't just go back to be back at school, to sit there, listen to teachers talking, to just do what the teachers told you to do. Start to be innovative. Start to come up with the ideas that takes what you're doing further, that goes, investigates deeper, that takes what you need. Start to identify those possibilities where you will become the best holistic learner you can be. So you might not like one of your subjects. So what? It's a place you can go to develop as a learner. That's what it's all about. That is what school is about. That's the point of school. If you are a parent, please talk with your children, talk with the teachers, talk with the school leaders. Make sure that they are teaching, developing your children and not just teaching subjects. Together, we can change education. Thank you very much.